So you're thinking about a Tesla, either the Model 3 or the Model Y. Well, which one is right for you and why? In this video, I'm going to give you 5 key points that you want to consider as you make your decision, the Model 3 or the Model Y. Point number 1 has everything to do with the brand new EV tax credit and updated timelines. So if you are considering the Model 3 or the Model Y, important information may be coming in March of 2023. Well, what does that mean? Something you want to keep in mind, the IRS is coming out with their exact rules on which Teslas get the full $7,500 in EV tax credit. But now timing is crucial because we're nearly into February at the time of making this video, and you only have about a month left before those even stricter regulations come out. And Tesla on their website is offering the $7,500 credit with no more stringent rules. So all that means is Tesla is saying you're going to get $7,500. That could change come March. So now is the best time to purchase your 3 or Y. But which one? Point number 2 has everything to do with popularity, and stick around. We're about to compare the features and functions of both vehicles to really narrow which one's right for you. But let's go over point number 2, the popularity of both. If you are thinking about getting a Tesla, if you could support the channel by clicking on those links in the description, it really does help out whether you purchase those products or other products off of those links. So let's get into this video. So check this out. After massive price decreases, I've done a video on this. Make sure to watch it after this one. These price decreases have skyrocketed the popularity. Let's look at these statistics. Edmunds data shows on-site shopper consideration of Tesla pages more than doubled from 1.9% to around 4% after these recent price decreases. So which one should you get, the Model 3 or Model Y? The Model 3 moved up from 47th to 11th on Edmunds' most searched vehicles, while the Model Y moved up 68 places in search frequency from 70th to 2nd. And the Model Y took home the top Tesla spot in the top 10 most popular vehicles in the United States. Tesla Model Y was the 6th best-selling vehicle in the American automotive market. So which one should you get, the Model 3 or Model Y? Well, at least for now, here in the United States, it seems like the Model Y is going to be a little harder to come by based on that popularity. Let's get into it. Point number 3, all about the features and functions. Let's compare side by side. I own a Model 3. My brother owns a Model Y Performance here in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I've driven both. I've seen both. Let's compare. And before we do, if you made it this far with 2 more points to go, please consider subscribing. I'm trying to do this full time one day and bring you even more videos. Let's get into it. Point number 3, space and storage. So naturally, a sedan versus a small SUV, the size comparisons go without saying. But there are some things on the daily basis that you're really going to observe and feel. And number 1 is the headroom. So my Model 3 is beautiful, but when you get into that Model Y, maybe you're a taller individual, maybe you like a more roomy feel. The Model Y definitely checks the box for me with a single glass pane as your roof. It's truly remarkable, and you feel it more on the day-to-day basis with that extra headroom. So the Model Y is also a little bit wider, and the Model 3, being that it sits a little lower as it's a sedan, I found in my daily life loading my kiddo into the car is a little bit straining, a little bit frustrating, kind of hunching down and getting him in there. I would prefer something higher up in my personal experience. Let's compare the storage. If you're a larger family that has more things and you need more storage, I would lean towards the Model Y, specifically for taller items. Now, my trunk and that extra front space that you get in every Tesla has really come in handy. I have plenty of space in my Model 3. But the challenging thing is this. I have noticed that for taller items, while you can fold down the seats in both vehicles, for taller items, the Model 3 is challenging because it does not have that hatchback that the Model Y has. So if you have taller items, larger boxes, things like golf clubs will fit in both vehicles. But again, for those taller items and the storage space, I would give the checkbox to the Model Y. Also, point number 3, let's compare the features and functions of the price of the Model 3 and the Model Y. So for the Model 3, if you just want to get into a Tesla and get the most affordable Tesla, it is $43,990 currently. And let's look at how much range that gets you. It is estimated an EPA estimate of 272 miles of range. Now, this is the car that I have. So the base model, Model 3, that's what I have, currently is $43,990. And remember, you're going to get $7,500 when you file your 2023 taxes in 2024. That is currently how the tax credit works off of this price. 272 miles. So this is the car that I have. It is my daily driver. I think for most people that have a more manageable commute who want to use a Tesla as a daily driver and will have charging at their house, this is an excellent value for how much miles you're getting and for the price if you just want to get into the entry-level Model 3 Tesla. So the cheapest long range is now as expensive as the most expensive Model 3. But what do you get for the price of this long range Model Y? So currently you get 330 miles of the Model Y long range, currently priced again, recently had a $500 increase. It is now $53,490, near that price of the most expensive Model 3. So you want to compare that price to the Model 3 options. Now, obviously you are getting more storage. Both the headroom is a little bit wider like we spoke about, and in my opinion, much more room in the trunk and the front as well for storage. So something to keep in mind at these current Model Y prices. That leads us into point number 4, and that has everything to do as you're comparing which one should I purchase, the Model 3 or the Model Y, and that is wait times. So let's start with the Model Y because that's where we last left it. So current wait times for the long range is about a month or two, February to March 2023. And if you wanted the performance, it is current month of January. You could probably get one in a few days or weeks to a 1 month wait as February 2023. So you want to compare the wait times. Do I need a car right now? Maybe because mine got into an accident or whatever it happens to be, or I have a trade-in that I want to get rid of. Well, the rear-wheel drive Model 3, this one's currently available in January or a month again. So similar to the Model Y, it's January delivery or February of 2023. So I wanted to base this example off of the stock Teslas. I didn't change any customizations, so that may affect your delivery time as well. But this is a good thing. The Model 3 Performance currently has a wait time, again, very similar to the Model Y as it is right now, of a month or two, February or March of 2023. And that leads us into point number 5. How much money are you spending for one of the main topics talked about with EVs and Tesla, and that is the range. So this is actually pretty interesting. I've never done this exercise before, but it just gives you some peace of mind when you're comparing features, functions, styles, storage, and range. So for the rear-wheel drive Model 3, it's going to cost you essentially $161 for every mile of estimated range. And that's simply based on how many miles are they estimating and what is the price. And for each mile that I am given for my Tesla, that is my cost. Let's compare the Model Y. So comparing the Model Y, it's around $53,490 again for that base Model Y long range, and I'm given 330 miles. That's around $162. But compare these two. The Model Y is larger. Also, this has all-wheel drive, when that base model rear-wheel drive, the car that I have, does not have that all-wheel drive. So for the same price for the miles I am given, in my opinion, I'm getting a little more with the Model Y because of that all-wheel drive and more storage. Now doing this same example for the performance models, I'm paying around $188 for the Model Y Performance, and for the Model 3 Performance, I'm at $171. So this is just one small piece of how you're going to consider which car is right for you, of course, when the main purpose of your vehicle should be function and storage and what your preference is. But this at least tells you how much are you paying for those miles. And for the performance models, it does look that, at least in this example, currently at these prices, they're paying a little bit less in the Model 3 Performance. Now, obviously, there's differences in what features and functions you're getting, but that's something to consider. So please consider subscribing so I can grow the channel and bring more videos to you on a full-time basis. And the only way I know that you enjoyed this video is to drop a like so that I know that you're out there watching. If you did like this list of 5 that'll help you hopefully decide a 3 or Y. Put a comment down below so I know which one you're leaning towards. Again, this is Matt from Frunk to Trunk. We will see you in the next video.